All right, kids. Good morning. Good evenings. Good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Let me get that volume on the other mic. Got it real quickly. All right, it's good to see y'all. If you're in here now or in here later. So I do have a few that'll drop in later. They'll either catch up or they'll watch the beginning. Yeah, I hope my music volume's good. I got one more in here. Gator's in there. Came out. Let me know how the volume is there, buddy. Anyway, really appreciate those who are here and who are coming in. Let's see how it goes, right? One thing I can't do is pause my mic, but I know what I could do if I wanted to. It's got a shutter on it. I can just push it shut. And I can mute the mic from here. Oh yeah, no problem. Anyway, there it is. How's the music background? Low, high, just right? Oh yeah. Sounds good. All right, man. Appreciate that. I don't want it to overwhelm me or anything. Hey, tonight's topic: pirates, fellow pirates. I've done a lot of research on pirates. Pirates weren't around just in the Caribbean. Pirates have been around since old days. I'm good, Gator. Right. Always high. Always. Pirates have been around forever. And, it would have been kind of ridiculous for pirates, once they got on land, because they owned land, they had homes, a lot of them had families. You just didn't stay at sea drinking grog and going back to the whorehouse. It just wasn't, they had, like I said, they had land, they had families, they had animals and other goods, along with the good, and it wasn't always to steal gold and silver and jewels. It was also to steal pelts and trade goods. That's what pirates' life was about. Hey, Reese, good to see you, man. And there were women pirates too. Yep, famous ones: Mary Read, Anne Bonny, Grace O'Malley. And they were tough wenches. They sure the hell were. Yep. Lulu, all right. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, dear. Hell yeah. Long time no see and good to see. Yep. Yeah, grog was their drink. And it wasn't rum just. Grog was rum, water, lemon juice, and sugar. Kind of like a sweet, kind of a citrusy taste. Yeah. Yep. Everything's good here, Lulu. Started next month, we're going to do where I can bring up people on a panel. I'll be going through StreamYards then instead of just YouTube. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, Gator. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that, Gator. I'll say it a couple times. Sorry to hear that, Gator. They, pirates also, they did wear eye patches, but not because they had eyes that were plucked out. No, they did that when they were boarding other ships. And here's the reason why. Because when they blacked out one eye, and the ship was lit on the top deck, but once they got below deck, that helps with your eye adjustment a lot faster, because they needed to get below deck and get to the other crew. You know, I learned a lot about my pirates. Like I said, that they were farmers. They had lots of land. They had flocks of sheep and goats and cattle. You know, and every ship, like my channel, starting in March. Thanks, Gator, for putting that out there. Um, and like that, like a pirate ship, every ship had its own rules. Welcome aboard. I may spot a few more facts about pirates as the evening goes on. Better stream receipt. It's just through YouTube. Your downloads through there don't have any problem, Gator. My volume's peaked. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's peaked, man. Sometimes the music sounds like it picks up just a little bit. I don't know if that's intentional by YouTube or whoever I'm screening that through. Yeah, Lulu's a great gal. She really is. You watch her videos, you're going to get hungry. You better bring some food because you're going to get hungry. Right, Gator. Appreciate it. Lulu always makes me hungry when I watch her videos. Damn, the woman can cook. She can cook like a mother. You know it. Let me see what I can do. Anything I can do for here? Yeah. Here, Lulu, you come in here. You be wrenched, girl. No reason for you not to be. Nobody picks on anybody in here anyway. Thank goodness. Because I don't talk about nobody, because that's not what we're about here. We leave everybody alone. Yeah. Yeah, Gator, put your link up. Absolutely, bro. If you can, I will. I can do that from the phone. Yeah. Glad that commercial kind of slid on by and nobody heard it. All right, Reese, I'll do a cheers to you. And drinking will be allowed on my channel. There's always a way to mute people out that are getting obnoxious and saying, hey, I just muted you, dude. Yeah. Plainly and calmly. Calm down, we'll bring you back. I seen one. I seen a clip the other day. Oh my God, so funny. It's like this guy is just waking up off the floor, and this guy is telling him, "Now, I don't know what part of the Bible you've been reading," and he just goes on and on. He says, "We're from the south side of heaven," and you start spouting that. Yep, welcome aboard. You're welcome, dear. I know you. You have no bad intent. You never have. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. I ain't trying to be just like somebody else's channel, but it's kind of a flow from another channel, a couple other channels. We're done with the drama. I'm at that age where I just do not deal with it. I I don't talk about others, and it seems to I don't go to other channels and create drama and say bad things about other people. No, I leave everybody alone. And hopefully that doesn't make me a target. Yeah, I'd say because I have good internet. Matter of fact, we just got the brand new cable and Wi-Fi box put in, and he did a diagnostic, and it's just fine because we were having trouble because it was in and out, and then all of a sudden it would isolate everything I had, and everything one other only had, but not. And no matter, I could take my laptop right up to the damn thing, and it still wouldn't connect it with excellent signal. It was crazy. Nick from Brooklyn. Yeah, Lulu, they were talking about hooking you up with a guy there. Ricky, I think was his name. He's got his own channel. He might be a little younger than you, though. But he's got the same accent and everything. I don't remember whose channel that was on that I heard that. Gators down there where it's warm. You can tell by when he walks outside, fucker. I wouldn't call you a fucker if I didn't like you, Gator. Shit. Closer to the Keys then. You're that far from moving. So I watch a live stream on down in the Keys on fuck, I can't name Sloppy Joe's. It's a live video down there. When I'm not shooting live or watching somebody else's, that's what I put on the laptop to watch because it's people coming and going to the bar same time of the night it is here, just much further south. Yeah, it's quite a ways. By the crow flies, Blue's probably about 400, 500 miles away from me. But driving ways, I'd have to loop around. I'd have to go to Detroit and go back under, and maybe shooting through Canada may even be quicker. But I don't know. Lulu, I'm not coming to meet you, darling. I'll be honest. Yes, slowly. Yeah, that's right. I love that accent of hers, though. I get a panel going, Lulu. I graciously invite you. You're one hell of a gal. Yeah. New York is overrated. And we talked to upstate audits, but he's a little further north than you live. No, your accent, I love it. Oh my God, could talk to you for hours. New York accent and Pennsylvania Dutch. The women, the dudes, I don't want to talk to them, but the women, oh yeah, I sit and talk with them for hours and hours, and just my heart will palpitate the whole time. Hell yeah. Oh my God. Felipe, oh my God, Reese, no shit. I wish I could find some mushrooms. But, I've had, what was that? Some kind of psilocybin, but it was made in, it was crystallized psilocybin, and then it was put into like a rice cake. God, it was so clean. Oh my God, what a clean mushroom high. Yeah, no shit, Mike. No. You're getting mushrooms in Michigan, and you're getting them legal. Like you need to fill a brother in. That would be a choice. UPS. Yeah. Cheers, man. Target number 11. No Captain's demo, no man. The big guy here. Gonna do a quarter ounce at least, man. We'll see what happens. I had a friend who was a biker, the Iron Coffins. He never told anybody but maybe me, his girlfriend, my sister, a couple other people. So I got about 3 of them from him. They were kind of like trying to think of the color, because it wasn't red, it wasn't orange. It was like it wasn't pink either. It was like in between all 3 of them, man, and they were double dome. They were that big, man. They were like a double hit of LSD, but he said they were mescaline. He bought 3,000 hits of it for personal use, and we was able to buy 3 from him. He was keeping it tight, and he did them every day. He said, "God, he's gone now, but wow, you know." You block people like this. Why, you guys? Let me tell you, I block people like I rock for. Oh, you. I'm sorry, my bad. You rock people like you. All right, man. Yeah, we're good people, man. People that are wrenched. I know them. Yep, they are good people, man. Have a great time, and we all get along. And Lulu makes us hungry. And I hope she stops by more often. She's more than welcome to. And under no obligation, though. Wrenches don't put you under an obligation. It's nice to have you. I kind of doubt we're going to get many trolls or anything like that in here. Yeah, that a fucker. You're a hell of a good guitarist, man. Yep. I think we could trade off lead rhythm, man. I really do. I see that in that one, that tribute to me, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think we could. You're a little faster radical than me, but that's all right, man. That can work. I've seen it. I've seen it work, man. Thank you, good dear. I appreciate that. We had sloppy joes for dinner. Right on. You sure do. Yeah, sloppy joes down in Key West. That's where it is. Key West, Florida, down on Duval Street. Yep, that's right on the corner where Sloppy Joe's is. There's a bar on I think every the other three corners, and people are just coming going. They're in shorts right now this time of night. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much all behavior will be allowed. Just don't troll anybody. Be nice. I mean, you got to beef with them. Go to their channel and beef with them. Come here, be nice. It's like when you walk into a bar. That's all you got to do is be nice. That's all. We all know how not to stir up shit. We're all adults here, right? I got to get away from this commercial stuff. Oh, she's not a ma'am. She's a lady. She's not that old. Lou, I think what it is about New York women up there in the East Coast, Northeast Coast there, it's your take no shit kind of persona that comes out of your voice. And I like women like that. I was raised by a woman like that. She'd take no. My mom was 5'6". She looked at me when I was 12 and she said, "I'm going to tell you something. You're too big for a belt now. I'm going to get me a baseball bat, and if that don't fucking work, I'll get a goddamn gun in your ass, so mind me." She never had to hit me with a baseball bat. Exactly. But you see, Reese, I have enough friends here just in case anything happens. They've got it covered. Stay mellow, mellow. Headed out over, yeah. I don't doubt that for a moment about you, Lulu. You are feisty. Yes, ma'am. That's the response I give a feisty woman. Yes, ma'am. I was raised by a little farm girl. She says, "You take no shit off me." She was determined to raise her son differently than his dad, which is she did a great job. That's what she told me anyway. And on her deathbed, she says she thanked God that I'd turned out nothing like my father. He was a womanizing, hypochondriac, woman beater, asshole. Like I told the story before, my dad was Biff in Back to the Future. That was my dad. And during the exact time frame, he was in high school right then, 1955. Yep. I turned out nothing like him. I'm polite, I'm kind, I'm empathetic. I don't think he knew what those qualities were like. I ain't gonna go into that. We're having a good time here. That's right, sure does. Hey, I'll tell you this, and I'll humble myself. The worst beating I ever got, he was a little bitty guy. He kicked me in my head before I realized what was going on. He was Mexican. He taught me some respect because he was still hitting me on my way down. I have them little guys. Oh my God! You're going to get hit hard fast. A bunch of rabbits, and I was putty by the time I got to the ground. So yeah, right on. You rest in peace. Yep. My better friends were the shorter people in school anyway, because I protected them. Just the way I was. The protector or the rescuer. I did the rescue thing with my ex-wife. She had 3 kids. She was divorced from a guy kind of like my dad. No, a guy almost exactly like my dad. And I boosted her confidence. I still talk to my eldest stepdaughter. And she's still friends with me. We're Facebook friends, as a matter of fact. She's got a good marriage. She's got good kids. You know what I'm saying? I led my stepkids to a good life as best I could. There's a sad part in all that. My stepson ended up committing suicide. That's kind of because his dad abandoned me. I tried to get his dad. I interacted with him, and I tried to get his dad to interact more with him, and he just and he ended up committing suicide after I left. It's so sad to hear that. So anyway, yeah, you have a good life. You do what you can. Not everything always turns out the best. 5'10". Hey, Gator, you're about mid-size, yeah. Me, I'm 6'3". I want to say, probably close to 300 now. Yeah, I'm a big guy. I've always been 300, about 250, 240. Yeah, I'm a big guy. And I like my food, yep. Hey, I'm going to mute for just a second. Yeah, Reese. Hey, Reese, I don't underestimate little guys. Nope. Nope. Not for a damn moment. I ain't about to do that. Got a half hour in now, just about. All right. That's cool as beans, man. I've had a couple of warm-ups. I've limited myself by one more drink. Yeah, kind of cut. I've been cutting back quite a bit. It's better for you. I'm saving up. About to go get a different two wheels or whatever underneath me here real soon here after the first of the month. About this time, Lulu, because I'm on another guy's channel. Usually just in the chat on the week, maybe a Friday or Saturday night. I'll go up on this panel on Devo's Weed Chronicles. Matter of fact, because that's one of my big shout outs to Devo, Weeds Chronicles, and Upstate Audits. And I know you've heard both of them. I'm going to post their. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite places to go. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. There you go, guys. I just pasted that. Yeah. I don't like to interfere with his, so I pick 10, 15. Sometimes he'll go past 9. I like to give people time, to relax, go get some eat maybe. That's why I keep the background music the way I've got it. Nice and mellow. Everybody enjoys it. Yeah. Hey, you know what I've always found, Gator? Because I've seen it with families. One brother be badder than the other brother the day after. It's rock, paper, scissors sometimes. It really is. Lulu, thank you so much for coming. We will see you in the future. I do appreciate that. You're a mod here now, girl. You got authority. All right, dear. Right on. We'll see you later, dear. Yeah, the show ain't over with yet, folks. We're still going for a little bit. I guess not really a story, but tell you about me a little bit. I've always been an outdoorsman. Always, and I don't even own a damn fishing pole right now. I lost a lot. Becoming homeless and thereafter. Hey, I'm gonna mute myself for a minute here, folks, because I got my alarm going off. Okay, it's been a little quiet for a minute or so. Might be all right. We have a little dog. He don't take shit off nothing. I watch this little dog go out the door and walk right up to a full-grown German Shepherd on a leash, like, and walk right up to him like, "Who the fuck are you, nose to nose, dude?" He doesn't care, man. This is his place. I've seen it. They don't get into a fight though. It's like they know. I've seen big dogs back up a little bit, like, "Holy shit, little guy." Yep. I love that little dog. Anything comes around here, the cameras don't get. And we have many. Cameras don't get him. He'll get him. Yeah, he's a good dog. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Yeah, yep. Right on. He's a good dog, though, man. He is, man. I give that dog a little snack every once in a while, just so let him know I appreciate it. And when the couple I stay with, when they leave, I leave my door open. He come right in here. Yep, hey, hang out. Come on, hang with me, man. He knows I'm a good guy. Your dad was Biff also? No shit. Yep. My dad was a special deputy sheriff cop. Imagine that. That much of an asshole being a fucking cop. Yeah. I think he lasted like 2 years. That kind of an ego and all that. Yeah, he was done. All right, Gator. You'll be right back. Yeah, fucking happy dog. I know, Reese. They are. They're a handful sometimes, but this one's just fine. He knows people. And when this dog don't like somebody, unless there's a couple people that, or there's one that the dog is known forever, and the dog will still bark at him. I was here 2 days, and the dog doesn't hardly ever bark at me ever until he sees me. See, he gets a good visual on me. He's just that way. There's something he can pick up, and the people that he don't like, I wouldn't trust either. Just saying, because he's a smart dog. Yeah, them heritage. Well, 10 years if they're 4, 5, 4 or 6, whatever, You gotta weigh the ins and outs and pluses and minuses there. Will you have it longer than they had it? Will it be yours, or still wondering about, you know how to take all those things into consideration, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, I keep watching the clock here. I'm going to go at least an hour. What I'm going to talk about isn't going to last. Right. As far as the city goes, Reese, right, you're right. But I'm going to tell you about country. I had a wolf husky. You couldn't put that dog on a leash because he'd start doing rolls and flips like a fucking alligator, man. Leaving him off the leash, he was fine, and he stayed about 20, 30 yards most out away from you, but out in front of you. If I turned this way in an open field, I watch him. He'd start doing that back and forth. You know, about 10 yards apart and about 10 yards, 20 yards ahead of me. He was the smartest dog I ever knew, man. He was so devout and loyal. If he spotted a deer, he would sit right down and keep looking at me and looking at the deer and looking at me and looking at the deer like, can I get it? You don't let no dog chase deer, ever. Nope. And he'd sit there like, but he knew. You don't chase a deer, man. No shit. Yeah, they'll be like that. They'll be more protective of yeah, they'll know, okay, there's a man and a woman here, and the man does his part. But if, you know, something overpowers a woman, exactly, yep. They know where to fill in, especially when you're not there. That's a good dog, man. Yep. Yeah, I could have that wolf husky next to me and tell him to go get something, man, like a fucking squirrel, and he'd head for that son of a bitch and want to go up the tree, but I'd stop him just before he get the tree. Say, come here. He'd fucking turn right around, come right next to me, sit down and lean against me and look at me like, with his, you know, like, okay, what's next? You know, you could tell this was the kind of dog, dude. He didn't care what you smelled like. You leave him alone, because the closer, you know, you go to pet him. I tell you, don't pet him, because the closer your hand would get, the more his fucking fur would come up and his tail get down. He wouldn't bite you, but he didn't like somebody that didn't know him petting him. He didn't care what other people smelled like. Didn't care what other animals smelled like unless I let him. He was just that obedient. He knew I was the pack leader. I never beat the dog. I wrestled with him as a pup. Oh yeah. He learned who was the alpha of the other group. But I never had to hurt him. Never hurt him yiped once. No, you don't have to hurt an animal. Males, you can break their spirit real easy. You have to be careful with them. You treat him with respect. I'd come home at night when he was probably about a yearling, and always go right to his pen, man. It'd be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be tripping, sometimes drunk or hired and fuck, man. And I always go right to his pen before I went in the house. Go out there to see him. That kind of animal shows a big devotion for you, especially when you go from being in the city at first and then out into the country and just letting him fucking be a dog, you know. Yep. I'll see him when I die. He'll be waiting for me. I know he will. That's how devout and close we were, man. Yep. Almost brings a tear to my eye. No, really. Yep. I love that weed. You bet they do, man. Tell me there aren't dogs in heaven because I know better. Cats, too. What do we got here? Almost 45 minutes in. All right. Hey, Reese, you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to shut the camera. The sliding eye on it. leave the music going. I gotta go get a refill on my drink here, and then I will. We'll talk about woods or water, because that's all I ever was. All right, I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, be right back, folks. Yeah, I am gonna mute this for just probably about 45 seconds. I will unmute it then. It was probably about just right, huh? Probably about 48 seconds. Yeah, I had to get me something to eat real quick. Like, nobody likes to hear a microwave going in the background, you know. And that's one thing I did learn about drinking. Eat. All right, dude. Music has a lot to do with mood, too. So does light. When I was younger, I had a red light bulb and I had a blue one. Not black light, it was just a blue light bulb. I'd trip. I turned the light bulb, the red one on. Some people would get real mellow, and some people would get angry. I'd do just the opposite, and it would have just the opposite effect on those people who were just the opposite. People who were mellow in the red, they'd be angry in the blue. And people, mellow, just it was opposite. It was weird, man. Just a little experiment while tripping with people who were tripping. People with a more open mind, the blue one made them angry. Made me angry. The red one mellowed me right down. It was weird. Nah, I hear that. At 6 a.m. Must be for church. Yeah, you were saying that. Yep, my bad. The only thing on Sunday you got to get up early for is church. Make it back that Gator? Let's sit here and eat. I don't want to eat fried everybody. And now food makes everybody so hungry. But I know if I start feeling hungry when I'm drinking, go eat just a little something. Don't fucking slam down a fucking whole plate of chili cheese fries or nothing like that. Something with a little starch in it, some meat. It seems to do me just fine. I'll wake up tomorrow morning. I'll be dry. It always feels like Sunday the next day. Unfortunately, tomorrow will be Sunday. I don't have a hangover. My head isn't pounding. Yeah, I feel just great. I probably only ate 2 meals that day. I'll have like an early breakfast and an early dinner right around, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 o'clock right in there. I think I'll have takeout tomorrow. Yeah. Mm. 10, no shit. That gives me a little more understanding of you, Mike. You'd be surprised how much more that draws a better picture of you, Mike. I'm glad you told me that. Yeah. My pastor is Timothy Fagan in Reed City. I've known him before I even knew he was a pastor. He was preacher man, but I talked to him. I called him Tim. But he has a live broadcast out of Reed City, a Lutheran church. And like I said, he's a friend of mine. He has free dinners a lot at his church. Every Monday, for sure. And a pantry to help those who are in need. A good guy. I knew him off the CB radio, though. Hey, we're coming up on that hour. Cool. I'm enjoying that. And I have finished my food. Okay, Reese. Let's do this. All right. Here we are. We're back. Hello. It just seemed like growing up, I just seemed to have an affinity for being near the water or somewhere out in the woods where I could watch nature, observe it. If I could interact with it, I would, but I didn't go out of my way. I knew better. Kalamazoo River. I think I spent several years just hanging out there. No other kids. Once in a while, I'd have a friend or two with me, but it seemed like I spent more time there alone, either learning to fish it and get snagged and how not to get snagged, where to fish and where not to fish, where you were wasting your time and where shit was just banging at times. And I knew the parts of the river that I couldn't keep them, but it was still teaching me, and I was spending time outdoors, and I was having a good time. That took up a lot of summers and springs and falls. I always had a great time on that river. Not just in Galesburg, but Kalamazoo, a few places. Galesburg also was right on, Reese. It's always waiting for me. What used to go backhill sledding. It took us from our house. It probably took us almost a half hour to get to walking to where we were going to go sledding. And sometimes we'd trudge through snow drifts that were waist high to get to this hill. And what it was is it was like a grazing pond for this stable that wasn't too far away from where we went. We come in the back side of it, though. And what it was is we come down this hill, and if the pond was frozen and you had a rudder sled, you could keep turning it to the right, and you go across the whole pond. And if you had enough speed, you could go between where they had barbed wire, but horses had been knocking it down, but there was enough room where big ass me could get underneath the lowest bob wire still standing there, and I could get underneath it and onto one more pond right there. It was deeper and wider, and you could get out there. You were really flying. It seemed like the more of us that did it, the further out we kept getting, because it clear more of a path for us, especially when the snow was deep. Yeah, same with my pastor. Yep, same here. It had to been at least a good mile back there, Reese, because we had to go past an old dump. Well, past a playground, past an old dump, and then up and down a couple of hills till we got there. Yeah. It was wonderful. Those are the days. It was another place where the immediate backyard used to be celery fields. It was a muck field. It was so much of a muck field that the road, because it was dirt in the summertime, it would bubble up in places, man. It was strange. It's all paved now, and they got that under control. But it was old celery fields. You go past the celery fields, and there was woods there. I ended up building a kind of like it wasn't a teepee, but I took long dead sticks, and I just one after the other, all around, man. It was nice to go in there, hang out, a place to get out of the wind, smoke a cigarette, because we weren't supposed to be smoking anyway, because we were kids. Yeah. It was on the east side of Kalamazoo too, and we had a couple parks there, Sherwood and Sunnyside. Sherwood was more like a city park. They even had an old stone pool there. It was no longer operational. They ended up filling it in, put a basketball court there. They had a couple of pavilions that it's just a hill now. They took the buildings down. Too much bad shit happened there, I guess. They had a tennis court with a basketball court attached to it. I learned to play a lot of basketball in that court. That no longer exists. Then the other one, Sherwood, that's what it was. It was a bunch of hills, a playground in the front of it, and a little bit of a swing set in the middle of it, and it still went back to the next back road. That's how we discovered a gravel pit way in the back of that. The stream before it, it was beautiful, man. But anyway, that park, at Roving Hills, I got into a fight with a kid there, I remember one time. His name was Leland. And he bit me in the leg, and I had to go to the hospital about 3 days later because it started getting infected. Fucking kid, fucking human bites are nasty, man. Now, I lived up north. Parents had 40 plus acres up there. They had it fenced off 20 and 20. And they'd use 120 for 2 years. And then they'd use the other 20 for the next 2 years. But I'd go in there with a mower and mow all the ironweed down. If you're in Michigan, you know what that fucking dry dirt ironweed is. It gives them purplish kind of flowers off the tops of them. I'd go out there with a batter. I'd sharpen blade and fucking go out there and just tear it up, man. And the other time after I'd mow it, they'd and meanwhile the horses are grazing on the other 20. They'd let the guy from a sewage septic tank place come out and dump sewage on the fields. They always had it tested and everything. It was just fine, because it always gave it 2 years. Right after I'd mow it, they'd call him up and he'd come out and spread the sewage on it. It wouldn't grow up, grass would grow up after a year or two. After 2 years, that's how it went. So we'd switch them over to the other side of the 20 because they had 40. Beyond there was railroad tracks, which are now a major trail. I think it's White Pine Trail now. Matter of fact, past that was a lake and a pond, or not a lake and a pond, it was just a pond with a campground on the other side of it, and I always stayed in the back side of it. It was great, man. I could fish the lake anytime, didn't have to pay any fee or anything. A lot of history on that lake as the years went on. And all the woods surrounding it, I found so many morels and beefsteaks. Oh my God, they were everywhere. But because of doing all that through the years, it was pretty much by myself predominantly. That or with my dog, that wolf husky I had. I think that kept me rooted. It kept me from getting into trouble, looking for ways guys call it hustle. I don't know how to hustle money out of people. I don't have a side hustle. I'm not trying to con or have extra ways of making money like that. I just know to be who I am. Hopefully that's good enough. If not, move on. Anyway, thanks. I've been reading the chat while I've been running my mouth, Reese. Yeah, I was in his chat for a minute there. Give him a thumbs up. Let him know. Yep. Nice big hill right on, Reese. You got to go to Cadillac sometime. The local sledding hill is fucking crazy, man. You ever decide to go there, I'll give you directions right to it. Duggan's Hill, they call it. It used to be a ski hill. They cut it down because it's so close to the city, but it's a sledding hill, dude. My brother used to take his kids there all the time. Around here, we've got Echo Valley, tobogganing. There used to be another one right in Kalamazoo off from Douglas. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a tobogganing. You grab hold of the rope and you're sliding and pull you right up the hill, man. And then come down. I think they even had I remember doing cross-country skiing there with the Big Brother, through the Big Brothers program there. That was cool as hell. I enjoyed that. Yeah, by me going up north, what that did is it made me quite a bit more rugged. I wouldn't have become as rugged down here where I'm at now. It gave me a survivor's instinct. I know I can pretty much survive anything that comes my way, We'll see what happens. But yeah, we've been on for more than an hour now. And I'm glad to get just to the hour. It's amazing. It's sad that it's just you and me, Reese, but there's a few others. I mean, I got some thumbs. I got 6 thumbs up. There have been others that stopped in and left, and that's cool, man. I'm very glad of that. I think Gator probably had other things going on. Gator's he puts out several videos a day sometimes. Fucking great, man. I try to catch them all. Got some other shit going on. Yeah, we'll see once this gets going. I'm hunting up guests. They only come on once or twice, or once at least. That's what I'm trying to get them at. We'll see what happens. Be surprise guests. I'm into music. I love guitar playing, as you can tell. It's just the way it is, I learn a lot just by listening and watching, and discussing it with them too, because I'm kind of interested in the electronics part of it right now. Because there are certain key sounds that I look for, and I want to get more of a rustic or a more. Sometimes it all depends on whether I'm stretching or I'm bowing or pulling. He's just beginning to understand the language, and I want to get the right sound and the right note and the right key. And if I know the electronics doesn't make it all, but there's certain electronics that help to make some of that. How can I explain it? Make it dimensional. That's what I'm after. Not just the simple sound of it, but the dimensional sound of it. Oh yeah, Gator's got a good sound, man. The man can chug. The man can fucking beat. The man can rhythm. He's got it, man. Him and I think could trade back and forth rhythm and lead, real easy. Delays and everything, and one of us not having the right connection may not happen. I don't want to go into details, but there are other things available. I just don't want to talk about that right here. I'm becoming part of a much broader group. It all depends, on certain, lifestyle. I think it has a lot to do with it. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Like I said, there's future plans for my channel. I'm taking this very seriously. And we're coming. First or the second. I'm not sure yet. It all depends what I've got going on right then. I've got to go buy another piece of transportation. Crank has gone out on the mountain bike almost completely. Almost. I can get back and forth, but I'm going big time shopping tomorrow, so we're good. I was looking for and I announced that on somebody's channel. I was waiting and looking for a ride to go to the grocery store. Yeah, that person's going to come through tomorrow. I'm really, really glad of that. I don't ask if even once a month. Otherwise, I'll make a trip to the Dollar General. A guy likes variety a little bit now and then. There's certain things you can't get at a Dollar General that you can at a bigger chain. But anyway, yeah, we've gone an hour 15 almost. I think I'm going to close her down, Mike. It looks like you may be the only one watching right now, but we've had others, and others will come afterwards. I'm very glad of that. Anyway, if you haven't already, hit that like, everybody. I've only got one. I got 6. Hey, it's better than just my one up there. And I do appreciate everybody coming in. I'll probably do one more before the live and panel come up. Before I get on StreamYard. Yeah, at least one more. Let's see, this is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday night. I don't know. The first is payday. After that, who knows? Maybe more often than you think. Anyway, I will see you guys. Everybody, have a good evening. God bless you all. We will see you on the next one. Peace out, kids.